In his address at the press briefing, Dr. Denny H. Kalielia, the governor of the Bank of Zambia, highlighted the alarming rise in inflation, which surged to 13.2% in January 2024. This figure significantly exceeds the target band of 6 to 8%, posing substantial economic challenges exacerbated by kwacha depreciation and escalating food and energy prices.
At its meeting held between Monday and Tuesday, the Monetary Policy Committee decided to increase the policy rate by 150 basis points to 12.5%. The decision was informed by a number of factors, but the key ones were that inflation is increasing, as we'll see in the slides, or as you have already heard from Zamstat when they do their monthly briefings. The second major factor is that when we looked at the forecast of inflation over the forecast horizon, we see that actually it's moving further away from the target band of 6 to 8%.
This strategic move aims to steer inflation back towards the target band and stabilize inflation expectations amid ongoing exchange rate depreciation and adverse weather conditions affecting food prices.
But our assessment at this point is that these are the measures that we have taken. For example, the mopping up of liquidity, the issue of interventions in the way of foreign exchange sale. These all act to reduce the liquidity in the market. The other thing to note is that the exchange rate, for you to continue exchanging kwacha and the other currencies, you must have kwacha. So at some point, that will turn into too much of a negative that you stop, and then we start seeing innovations in the way of import substitution and the expenditure reduction. We understand, and we are not naive to think that this can happen overnight. No, but it's something that we have to work on if our economy is to remain sustainably strong.
Despite the inflationary pressures, Dr. Kalielia acknowledged the government's continued efforts towards fiscal consolidation, progress in external debt restructuring, and promising prospects for increased investments in key sectors of the economy.
But the idea is that to get agriculture going, and we should be able, if we invested in systems of collecting water and doing irrigation. So this is a homework for all of us, and for us here, we have staked out by putting some funds available to the private sector through financial institutions by way of credit guarantee schemes. So we have yet to see players coming forward with ideas of how they could use these resources to help boost production. So the chart on the right there is showing the different projections. The red one is our own in-house projection. Then the green is what the Minister of Finance is projecting. Then we have the IMF through the November report we are projecting. And then the last one is the Focus Economics. It's another group of forecasters, which both in all these cases is a matter of degrees. There is an indication that economic activity should improve in the period ahead.
Dr. Kalielia emphasized that future policy rate decisions will be guided by inflation forecasts and identified risks, particularly those associated with financial stability. The bank reassured the public that it stands prepared to take necessary action to uphold macroeconomic stability should inflation persist above the target band. I am James Chanda. Revelation News.